Hello everyone, this is Rainman from Reddit Mist, doing a war recap for War 43. Now you can see it was a close one. We had a 102 to 98 on 45-45. This war was a pretty bad matchup. You can see we have one Town Hall 10. Their Town Hall 10s go all the way down to 11. Then there's a couple more sprinkled in a little bit lower. We used 88 out of our attacks. They only used 77. The thing that balanced this war out more than anything else was their troop levels weren't that high. Generally speaking, we have an offense prioritized over what we do our defense. That's why we have, I think it's 5 Town Hall 9 point or 8.5s, starting with me going down to number 22 there. You notice they still didn't 3-star any of our 8.5s. Well, they did Cooper. This kind wasn't very good at getting 3 stars, even with our Town Hall 10 attacks. That's what makes a difference. When you look at our war stats, you can see 25 3-stars to 11. 3 stars win wars, guys, not 2 stars. Alright, going over here into our war attacks, let's look at a few. I haven't gone through them all yet. I want to get this video out there, and it's my first time doing one. Alright, first we're going to look at Jake taking on number 17. Alright, here we have Hogs. And it looks like he's just going to get the lure right here. Sends in one more Hog to make sure he's got the lure empty. Most important thing with Hogs, guys, is you gotta empty the CC. You gotta kill them. If you don't, the rest of the raid's just gonna be a waste. You'll be lucky to get 1 star if you don't. Normally, I would recommend positioning with archers. With archers, you can work them back and forth and get them placed more precisely, and then just use barbs at the end to distract. Alright, good. He sends in his golem, and he gets his funnel going. And then right here, you can see his king targeted onto the queen. The jump soul really wasn't necessary. He could have brought an extra heal. But as you saw, it didn't matter. He's getting a 3-star. Good placement on the heals, leading the hogs in. Not very many hogs on this heal, but he uses his second one for this group, the third one. Here you go. He's got so many hogs left after the defenses go down. It's just no question it's going to be a 3-star at this point. Even with all these buildings spread out. He did drop an archer over here to chip away at this, take out this group of buildings. It's good. Hogs just going to town. Finally hop on the king. Just absolutely wrecks this base. Guys, when building bases, don't ever put giant bombs in outside. It's such a waste. Alright, let's go back. Let's find another one to look at. Alright, let's go a little bit further down the map. Let's look at number 24, taking up by Micah. Alright, Micah here, he's one of our resident Lowland specialists. Something I want to point out, when you have an unlurable clan castle, it makes it so much harder to do this. He's able to just send in a giant and get the lure. Again, I would definitely recommend bringing archers to position. That way you can get all the ranged troops outside of the walls before you start dropping everything else. Use archers to position and then barbs to distract. I can show you an example of that on one of my attacks. Alright, notice he drops his loons and then his lava hounds. That way his loons get to the archer towers before the lava hounds all die. And he does send all of his lava hounds in on the same air defense. Gives them a little bit longer by the time they get to these others. He's already had 2 busts and he's got the lava flips going around while the other 2 lava hounds are still tanking. Notice this Tesla and the Wizard Tower and Archer Tower are all still targeting that lava hound. It should pop pretty soon. There it goes. This last one I don't think busts. All the defenses go down too fast. At this point, he's got way too many troops going around the base. Too many loons left to fail this raid. Good job. Generally speaking, you want to get all of your lava hounds to bust. It's a good sign of a raid. That one was so close, but it didn't matter. You still had 3 busts. That's just so many lava hounds or lava pups to overcome. Got troops just finishing around the base. We'll fast forward it out. Now let's take a look at the Town Hall 8. Actually, we'll go up here and we'll find a replay. I'll give an example of positioning with archers rather than barbs and how you can get them more bunched up. This is my attack on number 26. I do want to blame the fail on the archer queen right here, just hanging out, not even moving. You'll see why in a minute when the raid goes on. Then the giant. I don't suspect the lure is empty. It's always a good idea to make sure, and of course it wasn't. Send in one more hog, make sure it's empty, always worth it. Now your archer's standing outside of range, and especially when you have mismatch in speed, got some minions, got a wizard, got some archers, working back and forth. Depending on how much Bart you bring, you can do this more or less. But the more bunched up you get them, the more you're going to be able to, the faster you're going to be able to take them out with wizards. Wizards are so good at this because they do splash. And now they're all dead. Also you want to make sure you drop your archer from behind. Drop a golem here and some wall breaks to open up. I'm going to drop my jump in a minute to get all the way into the core. Now the funnel is entirely created. The king has nowhere to go but in. But the queen is standing right here. Golem is well into her territory right now. He should be getting targeted, and the king should at least be getting targeted, if not aggroing onto the queen because of being right next to the golem when he's getting targeted. But he's going around. Now notice here when my queen gets in here, his queen finally wakes up when she starts getting shot. Meanwhile, the raid is just going on because I can't send in my hogshead. At this point, I'm giving up. There's no chance I'm going to be able to wait the entire time for the queen to go down, and not sure that she really even is. So she wakes up right about now, right when my queen's about to die, and I have to activate her ability. And she just goes around. She's just wrecking hogs at this point. My original plan would have been to send hogs in here and here after the queen went down, and that way they keep my kill squad going in the middle alive as I took out the defenses that were targeting them. Drop a heal around here and around here. This giant bomb threat is gone. This one's taken care of. This one's taken care of, and my last heal would go here. And I do have enough hogs to finish out the base, but too many of them died due to the queen not going down. And the king here, they just don't all target onto him because it end up next to the storage, which wouldn't have been an issue if he ended up here. And then at this point, I'm just running out of time. So watch out for that. When you have a glitch in the game, it can really mess with you. Once you start an attack, you can't back out anymore. So just take that into account when you're going for it. Watch out for that. And let's do one more successful attack. All right, let's look at Alki attacking number 31. All right, now here's a Town 08 attacking a Town 9. Things you want to look for when you're trying to pull this off is you want to see the Archer Queen on the outside. You can just drop your Barb King on her. Even if she is inside the wall, if you drop him out here, she'll jump out and meet him. Do a king swap all day long. All right, so what he did here is he pre-triggered some giant bombs that he knew about, and then sent in hogs to get the lure. And see, he's using archers here. Now, in this case, the only place, well, not the only place, but one of the few places, this is actually not a great place to do it. If he'd have done it out here, he could have bunched them up a little easier because he had a straight up anchor point. But notice how he bunches them up. Now that they're all right there together, he can do his CC kill up here. Notice he drops a couple barbs, a few more, drops the clan castle. That way they're all distracted, and he's able to surround them with wizards. Notice he drops his king before he sends the hogs in, takes her right out. Great use of Barb King when you're attacking a Town 9, even at a Town 8. Makes it so much easier. You don't have a jump spell capability at Town 8, so when you're attacking a town of 9, you want to look for one that has a queen outside for sure. Could have used the heal spell a little further down, but all in all, not bad placement. They're standing in heals for a large part of the raid. Again, this heal spell could have been a little further down. The hogs were going to run right into it. But it does provide a little bit more coverage going up onto the archer tower, so it's not all bad. Now he's got quite a few cleanup troops because he sent his hogs in from that side. And not that many hogs, but when you have a lot of cleanup troops, just a few hogs will do the trick. Now all the skeletons down, and we'll see how many hogs he has left. Looks like he's got 3, but he's got his 2 witches still up, he's got his king still up, he's got a few wizards still up, running around the base. And when you have wizards circling the base, particularly around where the hogs are going to be, you can help force them back inside. You really need the hogs in, taken out, primarily the core and the storages, just because they can jump over walls. They're so much better than waiting on wizards to break through walls, or even your king over here wasting his time. Now they jump into the core and help out. It's going to take a little bit longer. There's no longer a troop circling around the northwest side. Like I said, hogs are the best cleanup troop in the game. And if you just need to clean up some outside buildings, wizzies are excellent high DPS troops. There goes the last building. Good job, Alki. Taking out a town of 9 is a town of 8. Alright, that's all we have. A really close war. This war was really significant for us because it got us to clan level 5. Now we can download, donate max troops from town of 8s, in some cases as in wizards, hogs, and balloons. That'll make our wars a lot easier too. And for town of 9s, getting that extra level on golems, being able to donate max witches, it's going to help out so much.